What's up, guys? It's Kalego, and this is my first video to where I'm gonna have to edit it like this. You'll see what I mean here in a second. I am making this video, kind of, with Julianna, but we tried doing it, like recording this over like a video chat, and it wouldn't work. Didn't work on Instagram, didn't work on Messenger. She got her MacBook and tried it, and it just didn't work, and so it's gonna have to be like this, and I'm really sorry about that. But a few days ago, we asked y'all to ask us some questions, and I've got a list here. Please excuse all the chocolate. And so, let's get started on this.
What happens if you need to use the bathroom but can't find a gender-neutral one? So there is an app. It is called Refuge Restrooms. It is available on the App Store. Basically what it is, it's a map and it offers safe restrooms for transgender, intersex, and gender nonconforming individuals. It is free. It is a very useful app. If they're someone who is, I don't want to say not passing, because for me that's not the right term, who doesn't feel like they would fit in with the male or female physique. If you can't find a gender neutral bathroom one on the app and you need one, in my personal preference, I say safety is number one always, and use a bathroom that you feel like wouldn't get you injured or looked at. I'm not saying that doesn't excuse the fact that it sucks. Maybe take a friend in with you, because safety is always important. I know. I'm MTF, so I use female bathrooms, but sometimes I have to use male bathrooms, and yeah, dysphoria, woo! It sucks, but we get through it.
I deal with this also. Let's see, actually my first time going to the men's bathroom was 2 days ago. Cause even though I'm only 2 months on testosterone, apparently I pass pretty well. I do most of the time anyway, about 90% of the time. To me, it depends on if I pass or not, which bathroom I think I should go to. Like, the other day, me and my sister was at the theater, and I really need to go to the bathroom. We're about to go watch Endgame, which is, 3 hours long, and I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. I asked her, I was like, do I look like a boy or a girl right now? And she told me, and I was like, okay, I don't really feel comfortable going to the boys' bathroom, so I just held it. Whenever, I absolutely can't hold it and I have to go to the bathroom, I just go to the one where I think me and whoever else is in there will be the most comfortable. If I do decide to go to the women's, I won't talk, for one, because, and, I almost always wear a hat wherever I go, and so I'll just, kind of like that, keep my head down, as to not make anyone else uncomfortable, so I won't get yelled at. But, yeah, so, either ask whoever you're with, hey, do I look like a boy or a girl right now? Go to the one that you and whoever else is in there will be most comfortable with, and if you have a friend, if you have, your, words, female to male, and you're wanting to go to, the bathroom, if you want to go to the boys' bathroom, if you have a male friend with you, bring them in there. Just be like, hey, you know, I need to go to the bathroom. Do you mind, you know, stepping in there, you know, to just go wash your hands or something? And same thing if you're male to female and wanting to use the women's bathroom. What's your favorite brass instrument? Or any instrument? A tuba is brass, isn't it? I think that'd probably be my favorite brass instrument. My favorite instrument, like, overall, would either be guitar or drums. I used to play guitar, actually. Never got too good at it. I could play a few Elvis songs, but that is about it. What's your favorite season and why? My favorite season is either spring or fall, but probably spring because of the storms. Like, I was really scared. I was like scared to death actually of storms growing up, but then I got through a really bad storm, and now the sound of it just kind of sort of calms me down a little bit.
Whew. So I'm from Southern California. We don't have seasons. We have hot and hotter. And 2 weeks of rain. Probably summer. Yeah. Summer. Yeah. My birthday's in summer. I like that. I'm out of school, so I don't have to worry about homework. Yeah, that's cool. I know. It's probably a really shitty reason why to love a season. But, oh well. It works.
Was there ever a certain band or artist that got you through a rough time? Who? Skillet, Toby Mac, Group 1 Crew, Lenny Cooper. Yeah.
Demi Lovato. Yeah, Demi Lovato has also struggled with mental health issues, and she's open about it. She has a documentary called Simply Complicated. It was a really good documentary. So even though she's not referencing her being trans or bisexual, she's referencing her being what is normally defined as different. And I like that she's able to do that. I liked how confident she was in being able to speak about her struggle, and it made me confident in that it's okay with who I am. Troye Sivan's coming out video also helped. It helped me get the courage to tell my friends that I was trans and I wanted to start wearing girls' clothes. So, yeah. When did it finally click in your mind that you were trans? Ooh, okay. So, when I was little, here's a story that my aunt told me. Like, when I came out. So, apparently when I was 4, I had this towel. And it was kind of like a robe, so it was really comfy. And I would just wear it all, like, when I got out of the shower. And, she was blow drying my hair, and I had this towel, like, wrapped around me like a dress. And I was, like, standing in the mirror. And, what was I doing? I was just, like, looking at myself. And we were having a conversation on, boys can do the same thing that girls can. Girls can be cops. Men can be nurses. Men can be maids. Yes, I went there. Don't at me. And I said, And so my aunt asked, what did I want to be when I grow up? And I said, a girl. And she says, and I said, can you do that? And she says, yes. And I said, can I be that? And she says, you can be whoever you want to be. So I think 4, I realized I wasn't a boy. I did play with Legos. I never liked shopping in the boys section. Yeah, I would have a fit. I wouldn't even walk in it. I had to go, in order to try on clothes in the boys section, I had to try on at least something from the girls section to like make me feel comfortable.
January of 2016. 17. January of 2017. A whole bunch of stuff had happened that I'm actually more than likely going to make a vlog on it. But long story short, I just got out of a relationship, and in the relationship, even though he was, a cis guy, I was more of the guy in the relationship, and just thinking, I was like, huh, and then, I looked up, Alliance Fear, because I'd heard about him, and I listened to what he was talking about, and just, I listened to, like, everything he said, like, what dysphoria was, and how, it makes you feel, and did some research on my own, and, like, that's whenever I just went, like, all of that fits.
So, for my coming out, it was interesting. My coming out was intriguing in the way that my mom is a therapist and my mom's girlfriend is a therapist. So I have 2 moms. They know a lot about the LGBT community. So they didn't find it weird when I was young and I was playing with Barbies. I was wearing pink fairy wings with some high heels and skirts. They thought, oh, I'm just a boy and I like to dress feminine. No. So, the way I came out is I had told my friends that I was trans and I wanted to start wearing girls' clothes in public. And one of my friends, she had brought, what was it? I think it was like it was a dress. It was shorts and a dress and a t-shirt. And she said, wear these. And I did. I wore the shorts and a t-shirt on my coming out day. And it was interesting. I felt a lot more relieved. I felt free and spirited. And I went home and I told my moms, hi, I don't know. I feel more comfortable in this. So, yeah. And my mom was like, I think you're trans. Do you want to go see a therapist? And I was like, sure, why not? And so, yeah. I knew I wasn't a boy when I was really young. I didn't come out at my high school until about middle of sophomore year to beginning of junior year. So yeah.
I came out 3 times. officially to my family. The first time I came out to my mom, which was in, January of 2017. And, like, I think at first she just thought it was, like, just, like, me just saying, like, hey, Mom, I'm gonna be a boy. And she's just like, psh, yeah, okay. If you do it, I'll do it. And I was like, well, if it'll make you feel better. And then a few months later, I came out as gay. And then I came out again whenever I started testosterone. And everyone's been really supportive of it, and I'm doing their best to understand. Even doing their research actually, which is really nice.
Another question is, I'm really close to my best friend's family, and I'm scared they will stop liking me when I come out as trans. How to best answer that question? In my personal preference, I just don't fuck with people who stop talking to me because I'm trans, or because I'm not straight, or because I'm not a guy. Because it's not your choice to tell me who I can and can't be. It's also not something I chose. We were born gay. We were born trans. I say that if they stop liking you when you come out as trans, then you should pause and you should think that, do you want these people in your life, knowing that they're not going to accept you for who you are? That's the hardest hurdle to get over, is cutting out people you love, or just being okay with saying to friends that you've known forever, I'm not going to talk to you if you don't accept me. I feel once you get over that hurdle, it becomes easier to surround yourself with more accepting people. So yeah.
Okay. Not everyone gets rejected whenever they come out. Like, I know a whole lot of people who haven't been. I know a few people who have been. In what I've seen, like, on my pages and whatnot, it greatly, one is way, more likely to happen, as just from what I've seen. From what I've seen, people are more likely to just be like, oh, okay. They'll probably be confused. A few of your family members may actually be hurt a little bit, but, like, they'll think it hurts their feelings whenever it doesn't. Gosh, and I'm talking for a long time and my throat's starting to hurt. But, like, if you just go about it and kind of like, oh, hey, well, I'm trans, and, so, how are you doing today? It's kind of sort of gonna make it, not as big as a deal as it is. Then maybe that'll help a little bit. I mean, that is legitimate fear because it does happen, but it doesn't happen as much as everyone makes it out to be. Kind of like being angry on testosterone. A whole lot of people say, yes it does, a whole lot of people say, no it doesn't. In reality, it's somewhere in the middle. It does, kind of, but not as bad as you think. Okay. How do you explain to your homophobic mother that you're making your chest flat on purpose? I guess you'd have to probably go about it in, obviously, a safe way. And a safe way to say that you're making your chest flatter. Well, if you're big into, like, running and exercise and whatnot, I know that having this here can make that hurt, like, especially running. You say that it's for, you know, insecurity reasons. Which I mean, it kind of sort of is. Kind of sort of. Because, like, you know, unfortunately, a lot of people, you know, just, you know, see someone walk by, you know, look at their boobs and whatnot, and you know, it can make you uncomfortable. It makes you very uncomfortable. So it's like, oh, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, make it a little bit smaller to not draw, you know, as much attention. I mean, you always can come out also and just like, well, you know, I'm trans and I want to look, you know, more like a guy. But that's some stuff on that.
Say that you're doing it to feel comfortable. Don't try to over-explain it because you risk yourself getting into a hole that you can't get out of. Just say you feel comfortable. It is also your body, so if you want to say that, just say it's my body, my choice. Yeah. Basically.
How do you make a homemade binder safely? Okay. So, there's a few things you can do. Only two of them have popped into my head, actually, because I've been thinking about how to answer this one. You can wear 2 sports bras. One your size and one a size too big. You put this smaller one on, you know, just like how you would a normal one, I think. And then put the one that's a little bit bigger backwards. Yeah. Try that, and if it doesn't work, then try the other way. Try putting the bigger one on, you know, normally, and the one that's too small backwards. I don't remember exactly which way it goes. But don't put on 2 of the same size ones, and don't put on one that's too small. Because all it'll do is make it hard to breathe and hurt you. Another one is getting one of those spaghetti strap tank tops and put it on, and then get the bottom of the shirt and roll it back up and tuck it underneath here. You want to do that with a size that fits tight, like not to where it's too small, but one that fits tight, and that'll help a little bit also. And it won't make your chest very flat, but it'll help a little bit.
How'd your family and friends react? So, as I said before, my friend actually got me a dress and was like, here, wear this, you'll feel happier. And I did. My family was a completely different story. They were ups and downs, way up, really supportive. And then we took a nosedive and I lost all my support. And then I would get that support back and then nosedive and then on a plateau and then drop some more. It was a roller coaster of support and no support. It was really hard. They did come around. My mom uses my preferred name, my preferred pronouns, which is really cool. My friends were super supportive. They were super amazing.
Ideas on coming out to siblings. Just do it. Honestly, just do it. Just like, hey, I'm trans, and that's awesome. You know, never make coming out into this really big deal, because then people will react differently. Like, that's another thing that I've noticed, because I've had to come out to, I obviously came out of the hospital yesterday whenever I had to go. I'm fine, but, you know, just nonchalantly, it's like, you know, I take testosterone. They were cool about it. I came out to some of my co-workers whenever I worked up at the sod place. They were cool with it. They were just nonchalant. It's like, oh, I'm trans, and that's why my voice is changing because I'm on testosterone. I also came out 2 days ago to a coworker that I was working a one-day job with up at the expo center, because our boss had just come out as lesbian. I was like, oh, okay, cool, so I can come out, and I was like, you know, that, you know, y'all can actually, you know, start calling me, you know, whatever. And I did, and they thought it was the other way around, so I got called a girl all day. And then I was just too embarrassed, really, to correct them. But that one I kind of made into a bigger deal. And whenever I made it into a bigger deal, they took it the wrong way, and they thought I was turning from male to female instead of female to male.
The best way to come out is do something that you feel comfortable with. Maybe it's the typical, hey mom, hey dad, or hey dad, or just hey mom, I want to talk. I'm trans. I'm gay. I like girls. I like guys. Just the simple things. Parents go through emotions as well. That is one really important thing to know. My mom took a while to come to terms that she was losing a son and was getting a daughter. So they strive. What do? They try. It is really hard. It's like someone dying, because to them it's not who they thought you were, and you ended up being this person.
One thing you're most confident about. This may come to a surprise, but I'm not confident about anything. I'm very insecure about everything, even this channel. I'm confident that I do my best to do the right thing. I'm confident in my choices that I make, in that when I have to make those choices. If that makes sense.
What's one thing I'm most confident about? Being myself. I want to be myself in a world that tells me who to be. I don't want to fit myself into a stereotype, like, oh, you were a boy. Go play with action figures. Go play with Legos. Yeah, I was born a boy. I'm not a boy. I'm trans. But I don't identify as trans. I just identify as a female. Trans female, is part of who I am. Because that's what makes me myself. But legally, I'm a female. So, I'm confident in that. So, yeah.
How to make your parents try to understand how you feel. Show them videos, honestly. Show them, you know, bring up YouTube, and like, hey, you know, I know that, you know, you don't understand how I feel, and there's no way that you can, because, you know, you're not going through it, but I want to watch these videos with you, because these people, or this person, or this show, or whatever, helps explain it a little bit better than I can, and, I'd really appreciate it if, we could watch this. And, just, open your mind to it and do your best to try to put yourself in, this person's shoes. 'Cause that's what my mom's doing. Because she don't understand. And so she's been trying to educate herself by watching videos, which I didn't even know about until she told me, like, a week ago.
Research, research, research. The internet is your best friend on this one. My mom found a video on Netflix. It was about Fallon Fox, who is a trans UFC fighter, I think. She's a trans fighter, like boxing. And she had watched it, and she said that I want us to watch this as a family, and we did, and I cried because she understood how it felt to not be accepted. She thought she was doing things that were accepting, but she wasn't. So yeah, research, show some statistics, show LGBTQ content, show your parents that show the parents that just because you're trans, or just because you're bi, or just because you're gay, you're still their child, and it makes up you. Yeah, I don't know if that really helped, but I hope that did. I'm sorry if it didn't. The next person asked, passing tips, because I don't pass for shit. Let's see. So, I'm an NTF, male to female. For my passing tips for other MTFs would be, if you cannot come out, wear clear nail polish, get your lobes of your ears pierced, wear feminine undergarments, whether that be underwear, or feminine socks, stockings, leggings, underneath your regular clothes. Before I felt comfortable coming out of school, I used to do this all the time. I wore feminine undergarments. It helped. I wore perfume. It helped. So yeah. FTMs. What I've heard could be very different from what Kale might say. I've heard that actually I'm just going to let Kale say it because I don't want to mess it up.
Well, for me, for me now, this hat, another hat, because if I wear it like this, to me, I just look like a butch lesbian. There's nothing wrong with that, except for that I'm not a butch lesbian. Without it, I don't really think I pass that well, mainly because of the red hair. But wearing it like this, to me, I think it helps me pass a little bit better. Let's see. Wearing t-shirts, baggy t-shirts, that helps. If you're gonna wear shorts, some guy shorts, I'm actually wearing some swimming trunks right now. obviously, you know, a binder. And you can contour your face a little bit if you're good with makeup, and if you're not, then you can be like me and just be horrible with makeup but still try it. And try to darken in this area right here, just like right here. And darken right in here, because for some reason, guys, like it dips in more right here and right there. Jewelry helps. You know, nothing too dramatic. You know, that helps. Keeping your nails short, because guys don't really grow out their nails. I would say, you know, I would have shown you this one, but these are painted still. See here, straight cut male jeans, and the size that you wear, not too big or else it'll be too baggy and it'll just be obvious that, you know, you're wearing pants that are way too big. And guys' shoes, like some steel-toe boots. Those help. Hoodies. Keeping your hair short. Like pretty much every trans guy I know has this haircut. A whole bunch of guys I know have this haircut. My husband, it's all really short. It's about that long. For that. And if you're going to wear makeup, like, you know, say, like, you know, you have a pimple on your face and you're insecure about it, and in reality, no one else can tell it's there, but to you, it's a big deal. Make it look like you're not wearing any. You just put, let's say, you know, you have one right here or something. You know, just put some stuff on, you know, kind of blend it out to where, you know, it matches the rest of your face. You know, do whatever else you need to do, but make it look like you're not wearing any. Do you know any trans women with short hair that pass as trans women? But I did know one, whenever I worked up at the casino, there were 5 trans people who worked up there. And all of them passed except for one. But, she was just starting out. Like, she had her hair grown out. But she wasn't on hormones yet. But then I got shown who else was trans, and one of them was a trans woman. She had really short hair, like a buzz cut. I mean, she passed.
Me personally, I don't. That would be really cool if I did, but I don't. I'm sorry. Again, the internet is your best friend. Research, look up trans women with short hair. That's not in a condescending tone. That's just saying internet is actually your best friend. It can help you so many ways.
How did me and Julianna meet? I'm actually not 100% sure on this one. I think, okay, here's what I think. Hers is probably going to be way different, but here's what I think. I think that I sent her a follow request, or I followed her or something, and she followed me back. And one of us commented on the other one's photo. And then we just started talking from there. Or maybe she DM'd me, because I don't DM people first, and so I know if it was, you know, if we met over DMs, it wouldn't have been me who, you know, instigated it. I never messaged first. No, I don't know how exactly, but no, we did meet, or start talking, or whatever, around December 21st. That's what she said. That's what she went back and looked. Did you ever feel like you weren't trans and just confused? Yes. Yes, I did. Because whenever I very first came out, you know, back in 2017, you know, I thought that, you know, maybe I was just doing it because I had saw it, pretty much. Like, I saw it, and I was like, okay, this is what it, okay, just I'm just gonna talk and then I'm gonna explain later. Like, I saw it and was like, that would probably help me with a whole lot of problems if I just became a guy. And even though that's not what, was actually, and I actually am trans, I thought that. And so I put off everything for 2 years. And I'm now paying for it. But yeah, I did for about 2 years. Even though during that time I still went by Austin, even though I don't go by Austin anymore. And still presented myself more as a guy. But instead of saying that I was trans, like, I went by, or identified as trans from January till about around September or October. So for quite a while. And then I just kind of sort of just didn't anymore, because, like I said, I thought that, I was just confused, and that I just wanted to be a guy because I was out of a relationship, even though that's not what was actually going on. And then I felt like I was just confused or faking it right before I started testosterone. And for anyone who's about to start testosterone, that's normal. You just feel like, well, I don't really, deserve this. I can just, put it off a little bit while. I'll be fine. If you have the chance to start. And also, probably about a month. Yeah, because tomorrow I'll be 9 weeks on testosterone. And it was about 5 weeks on whenever I felt like I was confused again. Because I don't know if it's that way with, like, every trans person, but being on, or being in, or on, whichever, HRT, hormone replacement therapy, whenever it, starts changing more, like, your voice starts changing, your face starts changing, you start getting, your facial hair and whatnot, it takes a little bit to get used to, and I think that kind of scared some people into believing that they were just confused and stopping. Whenever, in reality, it's just, it's just you getting used to it, You're used to hearing your voice like this for for X amount of years, and then it changes. You're used to seeing your face like this, and then it changes. And so, like, everything gendered just gets, like, blown up 100,000 times more. Like, oh, this person called me she, and this person just called me he, so I'm not passing to this person, but I am to this person. Why am I passing to this person, not this person? And, you don't even really think about it. It's just your brain, doing all this different stuff. And it can confuse you for a little bit. I felt confused for a few days. Well, almost a week, because I almost didn't do my next injection. And then I talked to some people. They're just like, no, it's normal, because it's, pretty much what I said, you're used to seeing or hearing this, and it's changing. That's not a bad thing. It's just you becoming who you are.
So yeah, that was my first YouTube video. I hope you guys liked it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
And anyway, guys, that is it for this video. Big shout out to Julianna for attempting to do this with me. And anyway, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.